Good evening, you beautiful crypto people. I'm here to talk with you about the amazing world of crypto and what we know of it today. I figured we could start off, and what I'll do is I'll pull out Mr. Ripper here. Pretty fitting because Halloween's coming. So Mr. Ripper is going to help me exert some brand new rosin that I pressed tonight. Got some gorgeous rosin. This is called Out of This World. It looks dark. It looks dark, ladies and gentlemen, but it is quite thick inside the jar. And I assure you, when you pull it up to see, here, let's put some background on that bad boy. There she blows. We've got a nice, oh God, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay. First time ever tried to use the hand as a backdrop. While looking at the camera, everything's reverse. Not a good idea when you're trying to smoke the cannabis. So we're going to let this heat up. I got the e-nail heating up right now. One thing I wanted to look at was markets are exploding. Yes, it's amazing. Yeah, whatever. I don't look at the coins, man. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Don't let your emotions get involved. It's the number one rule. Don't let your emotions get involved, okay? All you have to do is you have to have the knowledge of the network. You have to know, what is crypto? What's it going to do? What's the power of crypto? What's the power of Bitcoin? And as long as you know all those powers and all those truths, you have no qualms. You will never fret. You will never be worried. You will never be scared. It's literally as simple as that. Some days I don't even trust. I don't trust a lot of exchanges. I don't even look at the numbers of Bitcoin. 2-3 days, I don't even care. That's a lie. It's a lie. But big thing is I just know. I have faith. I know it's going to happen. I mean, look at Litecoin. Litecoin dropped like a bird. Back up already. Absolutely phenomenal. And that's not back up to what it was, but it will be. Just give it time. It's got room to grow. It's got room to sprout. The big thing we need to realize is the market cap of Bitcoin. Litecoin is theoretically supposed to be 1/4 of what Bitcoin is. And you say, why do I say that? It's because just look at the numbers. There's 84 million Litecoins. What's 84 million divided by 4? Yes. So the intrinsic value of these coins, because it is a deflationary currency, meaning that the more that this currency gets realized, the more people would put value into it. Meaning that people are saying bubble, there's a bubble. Not a bubble yet. There can be a bubble. Capital Flight hasn't yet taken its toll and jumped over to this side yet. But when it does happen, that's when we'll see the crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. It will take a while for Capital Flight to ensue. It will take a while. But a while, what's that mean? 50, 60 years? No, I'd say more like 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And in that time, 10 years from now, us seeing numbers of $250,000, $300,000, $400,000 Bitcoins are not going to be crazy. And that's not going to be the value of Bitcoin exploding all of a sudden. It's going to be from the sole key value that more people are realizing that this is a stable currency that they can put their assets into, they can fund with. And the reason why all these different marketplaces are popping up is because this is the future. We are in the future. Aren't you guys fucking excited? Let's do a dab for that. If you guys want to smoke, please be my guest. If you don't, I'd say fast forward like 20, 30 seconds. I don't know how long it takes. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, I get a lot of people asking me about different coins to go over, different things that I want to invest in. This is just people that I have in my life that are just questioning me because they want to know what I invest in. So, I was looking around and I know I spoke about Salt and Populous, and I own both of those coins, but something that I feel so strongly about, that I have so much faith in, and yet I have so little assets derived to. It's actually kind of crazy. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it myself, I'm definitely going to go ahead and need to take some funds and put them over in that corner of the ring. You know what? I've got about $1,700 in Bitcoin just sitting in my treasure. That is from profit from some BitConnect. I was going to reinvest when I hit 5K to do a little jump up. I'm saying I'm like $2,800 now, and I was going to stack it and just let it grow, let it sit in the treasure, just because who knows what the hell is about to happen come this Bitcoin gold, whatever the hell. Who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of people that know. I haven't done a lot of research on it yet. I'm going to do more research on it when more research is available. That's the thing. So, for the safe time being, put it in the treasure. Treasure takes care of its people. May take a little bit of time, but it's safe, it's sound, and it do what it do. So, let's see. FunFair. Without further ado, now that we're nice and toasty, as one might say. FunFair is a phenomenal way. You know what? Let's turn this down just a little smidgen of a digit. Okay. So FunFair is a great asset, and the reason why is, let's go ahead and go to their website. Now, these are all the first things I did. First, I saw FunFair and Cliff High's report back in, I don't know, I think it's first or second report. Can't remember which one. But great review saying long-term growth, hold for growth. Now, what I think is amazing about that whole, situation is that I was just doing research on this guy. Look at this strapping British gentleman. His name is, let's just go in on it, Jason OBE. Now, OBE is a member of the British Empire. I looked it up later. This specifically means he's an officer. Order of the British Empire. I think he's an officer, and he was knighted by the Queen. His family was. So, he was born in England, designed the Argonaut software back in the 1980s, which I thought was amazing, because if you look at the Argonaut softwares, I mean, this is around when internet is like, computers are just, it's pretty phenomenal. Someone can code at such a young age like that. I mean, I was in the Navy on a boat thinking about trim, if you know what that is. All right, so this guy goes in. Not only does he do that, anyone a Star Fox fan? Yeah, this guy helped do something for Star Fox. Not quite sure what it was, but he helped. He also made, that red chip that goes in the front of the Nintendo 64 back in the day that improved the graphics? Jason. So, phenomenal advances. Also ran a site called PKR.com, which closed because he's focusing on this now. But PKR, phenomenal. Launched 2006. Jason. Was open for quite a while. Pretty successful. I don't know why this popped up. Did I just click a link that I shouldn't have clicked? But anyway, peak algorithm, 5 million users, 15,000 users playing simultaneously. August 2007, Playtech. So they did phenomenal. Right there, barred U.S. players. I wonder why. Because the SEC wants a piece, baby. They all want a piece. But this is the cool thing about FunFair, right? They're not trying to be, and look at this. I will show you something. Well, this all has a point, all right? Sorry if I'm going off crazy. It's the ADHD and the cannabis. It ignites me. It doesn't put me to sleep, which is wild, right? So, Edgeless is a token that came out, I think, in February. They had their ICO. Let's see. They have their data still. Oh. Wow. Okay. Looks like they stopped using this. They don't need it anymore. They should probably remove this fucking link. Can we do the cat sheet page? Let's see if we can do cat sheet page in Google. Google. Oh, whoops. Didn't want to do that. Good job, Google. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Right? Yes. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's this exact page at? There it is. No? No? I'm trying to look. Alright. Regardless, this crowd sale went live back in, I think it was like February timeframe. They didn't raise a lot of money, but the key thing here is 1 Ether was $11. So they were accepting Ether as a fund for their crowd sale. And as they were accepting Ether, $11 a pop basically is what they were worth. So you got 1,100 tokens. 100 tokens per dollar. 1 cent per token. So basically Edgeless had the same exact platform token-wise as FunFair intrinsically. Now the big thing is, look, they have blackjack, dice, poker. Very cool. All right, you can go in and whatever. Look at that. Now you have the KYC. And after you, I'm not going to do any of this. Not interested. But back to the fact of these tokens were 1 cent a pop. Back when they started. They came out onto market cap. You won't see it because they were already out for, I don't know, a little bit before this, but they were at around 1 cent mark. You know, there's a couple of times you can go back, you can see they're about 1 cent. But regardless of that, there's a point. There you go, 1 cent. Boom. But regardless of that, over time, as more news came out, they released. They came out. But what's happening with the FunFair coin is this total supply is being held and investors are scared to get into this coin. What they don't know is that Rosin through Telegram has already said that he is going to be burning these tokens. I don't even know how to find this guy. But Alex is in here every day talking about what's going on. But basically they're going to burn the tokens sometime this month. That 11 billion right here, this is supposed to be burned. All fund tokens that will ever held exist created in the token event. So not all of them are going to be burned. They're going to be selling them. They want to raise. I think they're going to sell maybe with the price. Rosin's exact words were, when the price was 1 cent to 1.5 cents, about 3 months ago, Rosin said, if the price stays around 1.5 cents or 2 cents, we can start the Dutch auction and we only have to sell 2 to 4 billion tokens, meaning that they would burn the remaining 7 billion, thus increasing the value of everyone's tokens they have by a shit ton. Because that would mean that now we're FunFair and now we're fun game. We're fair game to get on the market and not be burned by the company. All of a sudden just dropping 11 billion tokens. The biggest thing to realize with FunFair is they do have some technology. This guy, let me just say, this guy, his name is Pep is having fun. He's fucking ridiculous. Every time someone comes in the channel, he does the Ed McMahon, you know, walking in the channel. Now I have to find it. I can't not find it. He's his name's Pep is having fun, and every time ABC joined the group, Ed McMahon walking in, and he's made a lot of different memes, but definitely a fun channel to be a part of. The FunFair Telegram chat if you guys haven't joined already. But what I'll do is I'll go in and I will show you why this is going to be amazing. So they have something called Fate channels. So basically other platforms like Edgeless, when you go in and you have to play on their platforms, you have to pay a fee every time you play. There's a small fee every time you roll or spin. The difference with FunFair, and they have to do that because they're using Ethereum network to make those transactions happen. Now, FunFair has developed something called Fate Channels. What Fate Channels is going to do is they're going to let you sit down, pay a fee once, play for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, however you want to play for it, 5, 6, 7, 10, maybe one hand, maybe 10 hands. But the fact of the matter is they're only going to charge you once whenever you go into the Fate Channel and whenever you get out. I don't know when they're going to charge you if you enter and exit, but I think just when you exit and you actually complete the whole transaction in a whole. But you're only going to get charged once, and the key behind that is more. There's less, bull crap. There's less waiting for charges. There's less your money getting dwindling by charges every single time, even though it's a small amount. It adds up. And it's going to make for a lot smoother transactions. Now, something else you're going to be doing is they're not just designing a website where you can go play games. They're making the platform to be licensed. So if someone wants to make a website and then take those FunFair tokens and then say they put them as PKR tokens, and each PKR token is $1 each, and then they put FunFair behind it. Now, FunFair rises to that value over time or whatever may happen. They're going to set an intrinsic value to that token. And once this happens all across the market and this is licensed, the value of the token is going to skyrocket. Now, Edgeless has already went to over, I think, $1 easily. So, 48 cents right now, spiked to $1.34. They were supposed to release some big news right around September timeframe. You know what they all say? Everybody says, buy the rumor, sell the news. So right around here, people said, oh my gosh, I want to buy the rumor. Now there's a lot of heads in Europe that have been very heavily invested into Edgeless, and then they dumped a lot of their funds along the way, a lot of these people heard this, they FOMO'd. They wanted to buy, so a lot of people bought this rumor. But as you notice here and here, this volume got a lot softer. And as this plummet crash came, you can see this market spike right here, 23 million traded within a 24-hour period. That's pretty wild, especially for gaming token like this. So people came up and they bought back, and once again, downtrend of just repeating sells as nothing's really spiking off, and the token's just being used as a gambling token. Now this will increase in the future, obviously, with more time as crypto in a whole expands, but 50 cents looks like a good point for this token, 50 to 60 cents. So back to FunFair. FunFair, oh, not Faircoin. Apologies. FunFair, phenomenal token, specifically for the reason that, look at it. You have a huge spike in the beginning, everyone trading, everyone getting rid of it. Oh, more rumors, sell-offs, but the intrinsic value stayed right around 2 to 3 cents in the past 2 to 3 months. Now, this is a safe coin. And the reason why I say it's safe is, like I said, I bought in the ICO at 1 cent. I sold off a little bit of what I had. I have more than what I initially had now, which is nice, and I'm going to hold on to that amount. Only about $7,000 worth, but at the same time, if FunFair 30 times itself, and what 30 times itself would be going from 3 cents to 90 cents. Is that right? 10 times itself. Yeah, that's about, yeah. Yep, that's right. Okay. So, wow. Hey man, 29. So, college and high school, all that stuff, long and beyond. Even though I should go back to college, get that GI Bill. I don't even want to waste the government's money, even though how much I hate some parts of the federal government. Don't hate the government. But, so $7,000 right now tied up, and that's about a 2 cent value, and that's what I keep the intrinsic value at, just to be safe. And let's say that 30 times itself. That $7,000 turns into 210. That's a phenomenal investment. Phenomenal. And that's something that's very, very feasible to happen with fun. So I'm not going to hold these tokens to gamble. I am holding them for I wouldn't say short term. I would say more so long term. I have a strategy that I will sell off 25% when they hit 70 cents. I'll sell off another 50% when they hit $1.10. And then I will hold on to 50% of my tokens from there on out, regardless of whatever dip goes on. Just because I need to make sure that, one, I take care of myself, and two, I also diversify my investments as much as I can to make sure we're safe. And by safe, meaning you can never put all your eggs in one basket. It just doesn't work like that. I've tried it very short term. Gambling, I've done okay. I've done bad. Overall, it's extremely scary, and it's just not smart. So better to diversify your assets, get into crypto mining. Get a couple of miners. Get a couple of coins that are proof of stake. Try to work on getting a Dash masternode, which at this point, it's a little far-fetched, being around $300,000 for one. But hey, if you can work towards that, phenomenal, please. It's all about diversifying, making sure your portfolio, make sure you have a lot of ERC20 assets as well as Ethereum. Do I know much about the value of that increasing? I don't, but whatever the future holds for crypto, it's going to be a beautiful future because we, the people, are behind it. And that's what makes it beautiful. I mean, you have all these people that are coming out on YouTube and, branding personalities. And it's just showing you how diverse the world is and, how interested we are in this because lo and behold, the one true thing is we just want to survive. We want to live. We want to flourish. We want to be happy. But the key is not to get lost in the greed and to remember that the key values in life, in my opinion, are kindness and consideration. Pay it forward, and that's one of the reasons, Trayvon James is probably my favorite YouTuber concerning crypto, is just for the simple fact of he's just a happy-go-lucky guy, man. He's in a good mood. He's just an everyday guy, and he's not one to completely just flaunt and say fuck you and this and that in your face and act like he's generally a good person. And he gives away 0.1 Bitcoin every single day, which every single video he does, which right now 0.1 Bitcoin, that's phenomenal. I mean, that's like it's almost $600. So it's a good chunk of change. It's $20 away from being $600. That's a phenomenal chunk of change. So definitely give Trayvon James a follow if you guys haven't. Please give me a follow and subscribe as well. Subscribe, follow, whatever the hell it's called, man. Twitch has got me on a different road over here. I love watching Dr. Disrespect. I don't know if you guys play PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or not, but Dr. Disrespect is a character and a half. But yeah, back onto the crypto. So FunFair, just like it says here, boom, it's going to be a game changer, people. It's going to be a game changer. How high do I think it can go? Fuck, who knows? 5 years from now? Does $2 to $3 a coin sound outlandish? No, because it is a burnable coin. This coin gets burned as it's used. They pay developers with this coin for making games on this platform. They have certain assets set aside to do that. They made so much money with the ICO and the recent increase in value of all the coins. FunFair is doing well. You know what I mean? I bet they've got a nice office. They're all sitting comfortably, and they're steady pushing out content, and they're okay with their token price not taking off because they're okay with that. Simple as that. They're not worried. And that, to me, builds the most confidence. They're not coming and saying crazy crap. Jez is literally in this Telegram, I'd say 2, 3, 4 times a week. I don't know, because I'm not in here as much as he's in here. And it's so much to read. There's 1,200 members, and they're very active. I mean, most of it, there's a lot of kids that are on here from Reddit. I wouldn't call them kids. That's, young adults. A lot of them, some of them are children. They're 14, 15, 16, 17, because they're Reddit junkies, and they're smart, and they pick up on things, and they can't help but come in, but at the same time, it's the community. Like I said, it's community. So this is what you have. You mix adults with children, everything in between. Put it in a chat room. Boom. That's crypto for you. So it's pretty phenomenal. Kind of like this right here, like this GIF. And I'll put this one up just because. Who doesn't like a little Dragon Ball Z, man? Fucking Dragon Ball Z is awesome. Dragon Ball is amazing. I don't know if you guys ever went and looked that up and watched that. That's pretty cool. So FunFair is definitely going to take off. Like I said, Jez is on Telegram, talking to everybody, telling what's going on. They've already done their SEC regulations. They're talking to their lawyers. Everything's done. Like I said, they're going to be licensing this technology out. And they're not going to be charging an arm and a leg. And they're not taking early applications. So when the door opens, get ready for things to explode. And if you don't jump on this train now, I mean, shit, I'm talking to myself as well. I'm going to Costa Rica pretty soon, and I'm going to need to set some funds aside. And I just told myself, well, you know what? Let me take $1,000 out of that funds that I was going to set aside for Costa Rica. Let me put them just back in a FunFair, because I already know what's going to happen. FunFair it's going to do some work, people, and I want to be a part of that ride. 30 times, even $100. That's, it's $3,000 from 100. Not a bad investment. So. I would definitely say put some assets in there if you can. If you don't, oh well. Lo and behold. But big thing I want to focus on here is make sure you get your foot in the door at least. All right. So thank you guys. If you watched, I appreciate it. And let me know how you feel about the smoking in the beginning, because it's something I love to do. But if you guys want to participate with me, do a little hit of the Ganjarinos beforehand, awesome. If not, like I said, you can fast forward through, but if it's just too much, let me know and I'll contemplate taking it out. All right, so thank you again. Once again, it was David Dawson, and had a good time talking about cryptos. Talk to you later, guys.